Good morning, everyone.
Hey Parrish, it's Amy and Tom with Keys to the Coast Real Estate. I've got Tom here finally to make a video with me. If y'all don't remember, Tom is a certified building official and certified general contractor.
AKA a bum.
Anyway, so this guy, he knows what he's talking about, so that's why I brought him in today. We just wanted to remind you guys how important it is to get a home inspection done on a new construction property. A lot of people think, hey, I got a brand new home, I can just skip that inspection, save a little bit of money, but no, in the long run, you're gonna really want to get that home inspection because no home is perfect. So Tom, tell all of the viewers why the builders inspections are just not enough.
During new construction, a builder could bypass the county or a municipality. They got the permit through, which means they could hire their own private inspector, which I think is a conflict of interest because you're paying somebody to do you a service. Now, if the county was doing the inspections, they would be looking out for the future homeowner. They don't care about the builder. They would make sure the future homeowner is getting a house that meets the code and everything else. The third-party inspector really only cares about his money that he's getting from the builder. It's sad to say. They say otherwise. I just don't believe them. My own experience of seeing everything they've missed. And so that's a major problem. So you need to hire a person to protect your interests.
All right, so when we bought our home here, Tom did our home inspection, and we're just going to tell you about some of the things that we found in our house when we purchased.
Well, I did the home inspection after the house was finished. So unfortunately, I didn't get to see during the construction process. But I found multiple things that were incorrect that the private provider approved. A good example is the National Electric Code in 2020 requires a whole house surge protector that was missing. That's a couple $100. And think about it, the builder now is doing 1,000 homes. He gets to save a couple $100 because the private provider doesn't care. So that's another sad thing. The installation was done incorrectly. It was inadequate. There wasn't a display label, an EPL card that wasn't given to me showing the energy efficient of the windows, the doors, insulation, the walls, or any of that stuff. Also, the receptacles on the outside are supposed to be WR, which stands for weather resistant. None of them were. And of course, the whole subdivision was done that way. Again, that's another, maybe they save $100, $200 on each house times 1,000. That's a lot of money. This is why I don't like private providers. I could go on and on. There's so many other things. But back to you, Amy.
Now, if you guys are buying a house that the builder is going to build, you will have a time period where you can do a pre-drywall inspection. And Tom, tell them some of the things that their private inspector should be looking for during that pre-drywall period.
Sure. There's multiple things the third-party inspector would be looking at. A good example, if in our house, if we had a third-party inspector, or if I was doing the inspection, I would have noticed that the water lines going to the toilets were basically red, which means they're hot lines. So they were basically, when we bought our house, we moved in there, and all of our toilets, except for one bathroom, had hot water running to the toilets, which is a crazy thing. And it took months to fix. A third-party inspector would have caught that.
So Parrish buyers, at the end of the day, your home inspection really is one of the biggest and most important investments you can make. And it's really going to help you get peace of mind when you buy a property here.
Okay, I have one last thing to say. And a third-party inspector is the best thing you really need to do to protect your investment, for sure. And I'm going to give you one good example of the situation that happens here in the state of Florida with these private providers. The roofs. If it was I'm buying a new house, I would pay some inspector to get on top of my roof and lift up every shingle. If you can lift up a shingle, that's a problem. And that's when the hurricane will rip those shingles off. So that means the tar underneath didn't seal. You should pay somebody then to take cement and 3 tabs of cement and glue it down. There might be 20 or 30 shingles, but then if you have a hurricane, most likely you're going to be fine. You don't have to worry about the shingles blowing off. A lot of shingles blew off in the last hurricane here, And that's because obviously somebody's not doing the correct insulation, or somebody's really not following through what the ASTM standard D7158, which was mandated, how to install the shingles. So that's the main thing. That's it. Did I ramble? I'm a rambler. So that's it.
Okay, all right, guys. Anyway, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. It's Amy and Tom at Keys to the Coast Real Estate. Remember, go get your private inspection done on that new construction home, and give us a call if you have questions about any of the homes here or just living here. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye bye.